If there's one thing we can all agree on, it's that Rebel Wilson is a great actress. In all the movies she has been featured in, she has always managed to draw all the attention, and her looks had no hand in it. For a while, the actress has undergone an amazing weight loss journey, so stay tuned as we bring you the latest news we have on Rebel Wilson. First up, Rebel Wilson's incredible weight loss. Rebel Wilson, who has dropped an incredible amount of weight after beginning her year of health, showed off her toned abdominal muscles by wearing a cropped shirt and baggy pants. Rebel took a picture of herself as she went past a shop window, and she simply captioned the photograph, "Gone fishing," to give the impression that she had taken a break from the monotony of her normal routine to engage in a more exciting activity. Her snapshot was received with a succession of emojis depicting flames, as well as comments from followers who told her how incredible she looked and how much of an inspiration she is. The shot was taken a few days after she announced to the people who follow her on Instagram that she had stumbled into her Wikipedia page, only to find out that they were still using a photo of her from before she lost 77 pounds of weight. She wrote, "Is someone having a laugh putting this as my Wikipedia picture? If anyone knows how to make this modification, I would appreciate it if a more recent picture could be added." Rebel indicated that she found it humorous by including an emoji of a person crying from laughter. Shortly after that, one of her devoted followers replaced the image with one of her from lately, wearing a blue outfit, and Rebel thanked them by posting the photo on her stories. Now that we are done with that, let's talk about some interesting facts that you don't know about Rebel Wilson. Stay tuned. Next, she was credited as the young woman in the back alley. She was only given the credit of Girl in Alley in her very first film in Hollywood, even though the Australian comedian had already found acting success in her own country. After Rebel decided to throw caution to the wind and risk losing everything in order to pursue a career in Hollywood, she was ultimately successful in landing her first role in the industry, albeit a supporting one. In 2007, she was cast as a supporting character in the film Ghost Rider, which starred Nicolas Cage. She was only given credit for her role as the girl in Alley when the movie's credits rolled. However, this was only the beginning of a great career that lay ahead of her. At the moment, I think she has already hit the peak of her career as an entertainer. If you knew this fact about Rebel, I'm impressed, but if you didn't, drop a like and hit that subscribe button. And now, Rebel is the typical solitary creative genius. During her time in high school, Rebel Wilson was known for being an introvert because she preferred to spend her lunch period studying in the school library by herself. She was able to earn a score of 99.3% on the Higher School Certificate, which is a test for a pre-university study that the students in Australia are required to take during their senior year of high school. Because of her determination and hard work, she was able to achieve this amazing feat. When I found out about this, I must admit that I was shocked. I had the misconception that she wouldn't be that smart because of the roles she usually plays in movies. I know it's just acting, but she's good at playing dumb, no offense. You might be surprised why she decided to go into acting and not study to be a doctor or lawyer, since she obviously has the brains for it. Well, we're going to talk about it shortly. Of course, she always wants to make a good first impression. When Rebel first started high school, she had the misconception that her peers and teachers would automatically view her in a negative light simply because her first name was also Rebel. Keeping this in mind, she made the conscious decision to go by her middle name, Melanie. I don't know if this made any difference to her time spent in school, but it goes to show how determined she was. It's funny that I didn't even think she would have a middle name. It's crazy, but she has always been a rebel to me. Did you know she could have gone into law? If only the comedian actress had not been bitten by the acting bug, she could be practicing law right now instead of acting. Yes, you heard me right. She graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in arts and law because she has always had the ambition to pursue a career in the legal profession. In spite of the fact that she has never worked as a lawyer, she was able to put her knowledge of the law to use when she entered the world of entertainment and negotiated various contracts. Who knows, if she feels like it, she could still practice law in the future. I think this explains more about how the actress made use of her intelligent brain. Would you hire Rebel to defend you in court as a lawyer? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Surprisingly, her career started from a mysterious hallucination. Rebel became a youth ambassador when she was still in her teens, and one of her responsibilities required her to travel to South Africa. During that time, she became ill with malaria and even had some hallucinations as a result of the disease. She was in the intensive care unit for 2 weeks, and during that time, she had a hallucination that she had won an Oscar. She gave her acceptance speech in the style of a rap performance rather than the standard thank you speech. She moved back to Australia as soon as she was healthy again, and she joined the Australian Theatre for Young People as soon as she got there so that she could turn her hallucinations into reality. She hasn't been nominated for any Oscars just yet, but she is eagerly anticipating the day when she is. I think an Oscar speech in the style of rap would be fun to watch. I can't wait for her to win it. She also worked at a neighborhood theater while she was an actress. During the time that Rebel was still working on making her career successful, she worked a few part-time jobs on the side to bring in some extra cash. She realized that she needed to find a job to provide for herself at the moment, so she chose to work at a movie theater in the area. She kept working in the theater up until the point where she was cast in a film as a fat pizza. During this time, she finally had a role. A lot of people who had just finished seeing the movie were surprised to see her working at the popcorn stand because they had just seen her in the movie and now she was working there. And she was given a role specifically composed for her. The comedian and actress tried out for the part of Megan in the movie Bridesmaids. However, even though she was given serious consideration for the part ultimately went to the American actress Melissa McCarthy. Because the filmmakers had such high hopes for her, they intended to cast her as Melissa McCarthy's backup if the latter was unable to appear in the movie. Because McCarthy played a leading role in the movie, the directors and producers became so enamored with her that they decided to create a role for her in which she would play a female roommate, particularly so that she could participate in the movie. Then, rightfully so, she received a massive wage increase. The role of Annie in Bridesmaids was Rebel Wilson's first significant acting role in the Hollywood scene. Despite this, she was only paid $3,000 for the aforementioned part. She was getting relatively low paychecks from her projects, such as the fact that she was only paid $65,000 for her role in the film Pitch Perfect. She was able to leverage this and score a 7-figure deal for Pitch Perfect 2, which is approximately a $2 million salary plus a $2 million bonus. However, due to the entertainment value she was adding to the film, she was able to leverage this. And finally, a scholarship allowed her to relocate to New York. In 2002, the Australian comedian, who is now 42 years old, was awarded a scholarship from the Australian Theatre for Young People worth $12,000. At the time, this scholarship was awarded to only 4 people, and she counted herself among the fortunate few who were selected to receive it. After that, she relocated to a new location and enrolled in classes at the New York Film Academy and the Second City Training Center. The actress revealed that this scholarship enabled her to take her career to the next level. I'm sure that amount was insanely huge to her back then. Well guys, we have come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so that you don't miss out when we post videos.